Not many celebrities can say they have done everything from acting in the landmark TV miniseries Roots to singing along with a Muppet to winning Tony Awards for their work on Broadway.
But this gentleman can, and a whole lot more. Mr. Ben Vereen joins us. Thank you so much for... And there he is. Oh, serenading us on this beautiful morning.
That's what we needed. We're going to add that to the list.
Good morning. I had to do that.
How did you know we needed that this morning?
It's a calm. It's a start your day with breath.
I love it.
It feels good.
And then when you start out with breath, then you'll breathe the rest of the day. It's free.
It's free.
Take advantage of it.
Now, Mr. Vereen, I have been following you, your Broadway career, your TV career, your film career, for years and years. You're just this amazing talent and such a great inspirational person as well. I want to talk to you first a little bit about your one-man shows that you've got going on. What do you have for us? Well,
I love what I do. I've been blessed, you know, to do this thing. And I do that one-man show all over, and hopefully I'll bring it back to Tucson. My one-man show is being developed for a Broadway show. And the working title right now is called B2B, From Brooklyn to Broadway. And it's pretty much about my coming over the bridge. Because when I was a kid, when I lived in Brooklyn, I thought you needed a passport to get to Manhattan. So, you know, and how I got over there and meeting this wonderful lady named Dr. Rachel Yoakum, whom I followed here to Tucson, and how she opened up the doors to the arts, the art world to me, and it's why responsible for me being who I am today. My show is basically about, not about me. It's all about me. It's truly about my audiences and the time that we've lived and what has happened in our lives, in my life, that's affected me and has caused me to make the decisions in my life. So that's what we're writing right now for Broadway. And when I go out on tour, I take my band and we, you know, do concerts. We work with symphonies and certain places like that.
And I know you did a piece for the Oprah Network where they asked, who am I? And I know you had to kind of answer that question. You talked a lot about spirituality, yes. And we see with your hat today you are the spiritual enforcer.
Enforcer, yeah. Yeah, we all are, and it's all about enforcing love. It's not a negative thing. You know, we need spiritual enforcement today because if you look at what's going on in the world, there's a lack of spiritual conversation. There's a lot of religious conversation, but there's not enough spiritual conversation because spiritual is about all things, encompasses all things. It's about love. It's about that beautiful man right there, you know, Gregory Hines. It's about love. And so I'm announcing that I'm an enforcer for love on the planet. And I try to do that in my work and in my teaching. I try to hand that over to the young people when I teach at U of A. You know, for example, in the dance department or the drama department or the musical theater department. I try and pass that on, that sense of empowerment.
Right, and not only that, you're also just such an amazing speaker and a very in high demand speaker, as I've heard. What are some of the topics that you like to speak about? And you do speak to all ages.
I don't know. Open up the refrigerator door. I'll give you 15 minutes. The light come on. Da, 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 da. I talk about overcoming adversity. I talk about the education and arts, which is very important. Very important. Because of the fact of where we're placing art in our lives today. We are trying, it seems like we're putting it on the back burner. But in order to have a great education, I think you understand that it's an art form. It's an art form. So there is really no separation, but we have a tendency to separate. You know, I read in my Bible, it says in Isaiah, my people are ignorant because they forgot who they are. We forgot that we are artists. That we are creative artists of that which created us, which is the greatest artist of all time. You know, call it what you may. God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Elohim, Yahweh. Remember that great divine divinity allowed us to come forward and express it, and express that love. So art, and we keep separating it. Hey! You know, so I talk about that. I talk about, of course, Black history. No, you know what I'm talking about? You know? And so, you know, a few topics I talk about.
Well, and we're looking at
and empowering people.
Yeah, we're looking at some of these pictures through your past. We saw you on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes.
We saw you with the Muppets.
Yes, yeah. And recently I'm in Top 5 with Chris Rock.
Yes.
And this summer I have a movie coming out called, which I'm very passionate about. It's with Richard Gere. It's called Time Out of Mind, directed by Orrin Moverman, who gave us Rampart and The Messenger. And it's about the homeless, where Richard and I play two homeless people. And it's sort of I like to think of it as a midnight cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and John Boyd. It's a modern day of these two guys who are homeless, and we meet in a homeless shelter, and it's about a day in our lives. It's about the life. We're not blaming anybody. We're just saying this is the way they live. And we get to see, and I remember when we were shooting it, we were in character. Matter of fact, my daughter saw me on the street, and she called her mother, and she said, my ex-wife, and she said, I think I saw a guy look like my dad today. He was homeless.
Oh, wait. And she didn't know.
Your dad? She said, no, because I was in character.
Yeah.
And Richard and I would walk around the streets this way, and we were panhandling. In the character, we were panhandling in one of the scenes. And people really do not want to deal with people who are homeless. They want to, because they figure they're leprosy.
Yeah.
They might catch it for some reason. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people didn't want to even look. He was Richard Gere and Ben Vereen in your face.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to see this homeless person because we were in costume, we were in character, and they didn't want to see that. And that was very touching, because there, by the grace of God, go you and I.
Yeah.
Go you and I. Go you and I. So someone said a long time ago, am I my brother's keeper? I think the answer is yes, you are. Because you're there, but by grace, go you. We're that far away from being homeless if you really look at the demographics. Yeah. So therefore, how to broaden that gap is by helping your brothers and your sisters, and then you get further and further away, and then eventually we eradicate it from the planet.
Look at that, so powerful. Mr. Vereen, I know you just said that you have been blessed through your life, but really I feel we are all blessed that you are here and you're spreading your enforcement of love. So I want to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Now, everyone, don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.